Hey, Lockie here, and today I've got a review of the 2020 Jones Mind Expander. I've ridden this board quite a few times over the last few years, in quite a lot of different snow conditions, so I have a pretty good idea of what it can do. I'm riding the 158cm model with Solomon district bindings set up to my regular angles of +12 and -9. The Mind Expander came out a few years ago and has since become pretty popular, so now there are a whole bunch more sizes, women's versions, kids versions, a split version, and the Ultra version, which is stiffer with some camber. Although it definitely does its best work in deep snow, it's still fun to ride on fresh groomers. The Mind Expander has the Christensen Surf Rocker profile, which is flat between your feet with a giant rocker nose and a short rocker tail. On top of that, it has one of the higher amounts of 3D base shaping or spoon, which is definitely noticeable in the nose of the board. Being a flat to rocker board, it doesn't naturally have a ton of pop, but the tail is pretty stiff, so you can push into it pretty hard. One of the strengths of the board is how it turns. The sidecut on all sizes is pretty small, so it turns like a much shorter board. Although, because of the big nose, it looks like you have a big board to control. When you're riding it on hard-packed snow, almost none of the nose is actually touching. It has almost mid-wide waist widths, which will help a little bit with the float, as well as if you have big boots, so probably size 11 or above. You can't expect much from a board with a profile like this, but for a flat and rocker board, it has decent edge hold. It's helped a little bit by the serrated edges, the traction tech or magna traction. It's a pretty toned down version, but does an okay job. Far from the edge hold of a camber board though, but ideally you're riding this in powder anyway. Like you would expect from looking at it, the Mind Expander does a super good job in deep snow. It doesn't really take any effort, you don't have to lean back at all to keep the nose up, and you don't get any burn in your back leg. It has a very surfy and loose feel in deep snow, and is definitely the easiest board I've ever ridden in powder. It has a very fast 9900 sintered base, and I had no problems at all keeping speed in hot Australian slush, cold dry Japanese powder, or deep Australian snow. It's quick and easy to turn. It has tons of float, even in the deepest snow. It's got a really quick base, and is actually decent at riding on fresh groom runs. It's very hard work riding on chopped up snow. It doesn't want to absorb any bumps, you just have to deal with it. Even with the traction tech, the magna traction, it struggles to hold a good edge on ice, but that is sort of to be expected on a flat and rocker powder board. I haven't ridden the Ultra Mind Expander yet, but having camber would solve both of those problems, as well as add some more pop. If you're looking for a dedicated powder board, the Mind Expander would be a good choice. It's still good on fresh groom runs early in the morning, but in the middle of the day when everything's chopped up, it's a lot less fun. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more videos. I've got a fair few planned for this coming winter. Thanks.